This time on Boneyard Revivals, it's a 700-mile road trip to pick up this 1988 GMC Sierra Camper Special 3+3. Hi, I'm Robert. Welcome to Boneyard Revivals. Want to go for a ride in my square body?
Yeah.
We are packing this pack-out case up to get it ready to go on a big road trip because we are bringing another project vehicle home and we are going to be driving it home. So I want to try to be prepared and have everything we need in order to get that truck home in one piece. Did I say truck? Oh no, I'm spoiling it now. I must shh. Anyway, you'll have to wait till 2024.
Good morning. How's it going? How to get coffee. That's why we're here.
Alright, we're in the middle of Virginia, my favorite state, as you all well know, and I'm here with John. Now here's the crazy story. So we met, what, 2 years ago?
Yep.
We were going on Hot Rod Power Tour 2022 in my square body Chevy, and I'll throw up the clip of it now of us actually showing up to the Harbor Freight.
So Robert,
What's going on?
I think you made a purchase of.
I made some purchases. Vacuum gauge, because we're gonna need one. Puller set, because, you know, gonna need one. And also,
why are we gonna need one?
This pulley remover / installer set as well.
Why are we gonna need one of them?
Something wrong.
You should probably pull the hood up.
Yeah, we probably should do that.
Yeah.
So we heard a noise coming down the highway, and it sounded like something that was, you know,
Long?
rotating. And it's like, something wrong. And sure enough, you're not gonna believe it, but that's not supposed to be loose like that. Hey, what's going on? We actually made it home in the square body. 3,000 miles round trip. This thing, not far from perfect. However, it did it, and that's all you can ask for. There's a lot of other people. There was a gentleman in Virginia when we were trying to put the power steering pump pulley back on this thing. Actually came over, was talking to us, helping us out. I believe his name was John, I think. Hopefully I'm right on that. Another super good, genuine, awesome human being that didn't have to come over and see what we were doing and try to help us out. He did. But heard a weird whining noise on the truck, pulled over, started inspecting it. Power steering pump pulley was starting to eject itself off the power steering shaft. So I was like, all right, looked up, you know, had no idea where I was. This is my first time being in Virginia in like how many years. So I was like, all right, let's figure out Harbor Freight. I'll buy a press-on kit, we'll press it back on. I show up to the Harbor Freight and happen to pull in the parking lot and look over and see this GMC sitting in the parking lot. Initial thought was, damn, that thing's pretty cool. You know, didn't think much of it, went inside, bought my stuff. We're back outside, we're wrenching on the truck. And this guy walks up. And I guess, how did that work out? You just kind of looked over and saw that we were wrenching on it?
Yeah, seen y'all sitting there working on it, and I said, well, it's square body, and so I got to stop.
So yeah, we ended up meeting then, and pretty much what ended up happening, it actually worked out really well because of what I think we ended up getting in touch on Instagram, kind of stayed in touch over the last few years.
Yeah.
Last year when we went on Power Tour, we only went down for the one day in Bristol. We were supposed to meet up at that car show, but it just didn't work out schedule-wise. And then probably about 3 months ago, he posts a photo of this truck on Instagram saying it's for sale. And that kind of depressed me, mostly because a fellow square body guy was selling a square body, but also because, well, I was going to take a big financial hit. So tell us about the truck.
Well, the truck I actually bought from a friend of mine. It's an 88 High Sierra 3500, 350 factory AC, tilt, original paint, pretty much all original, used as a work truck for some time. And I bought off him using it to tow cars around and use for working out of some. And I'm to the point now where I need to get a few things took care of in my life, so first time pass on somebody could enjoy it as much as I did, because I've had it for about 3 years and it's been great for me. But now I see a lot better things in its future and a lot more than what I was going to do with it.
No, I appreciate that we were able to work a deal out, and that you decided you wanted to become part of the Boneyard Revival's fleet. That's super awesome.
Yes,
so
I'm
thank
glad
you. I
to
do
see
appreciate
that.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun with it. I've been looking, like I said, probably the last few months. I've been kind of looking for some sort of tow rig, just because I want to eventually go through and do my square body and make that nice. And then we have a bunch of other projects on channel, as you guys well know. But I really wanted to find something that would be a solid tow rig, and I was kind of looking around and I was thinking, it's like, well, I get something newer, get something older, whatever. And you know us, you know how we roll. I wasn't gonna go buy some new $50,000 truck with some crappy engine and transmission in it. So here we go. We got something pretty solid. It's throttle body injected 350 with a turbo 400. And do we have game plans in the future to potentially do something else? Answer's yes. Not quite sure what that's gonna be, but I got a feeling, the word diesel will be involved. And then also it's a 2-wheel drive truck currently, so it's probably gonna go, get 4-wheel drive and go that direction. But yeah, we'll see how it works out. And again, just thank you. It's amazing how the way that this all worked out is that we literally met off of, just by chance.
Yes.
And then 2 years later, here we are buying a truck. It's such a cool story about how we got together and whatever. And like I said, I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, I
sold it
appreciate
to me, and it's awesome. We're happy to have it.
I can't wait to see this thing done right.
That's gonna be our goal. It's gonna be a slow work in progress, especially when you have like 60 other vehicles, and then whatever that guy has. Yeah,
another 60 plus.
Yeah, another 60 plus. But yeah, no, and honestly, just everything about this truck, just the way that the patina is, and just it's so good. So yeah, I love it. And
plus, we like things that we can work on. It's not super overcomplicated plastic garbage.
Exactly. So yeah, there's a solid foundation here to make one heck of a truck. I mean, it already is one, but we'll definitely work with it some more.
Drop in the comments if y'all want to see this on Power Tour in 24.
Yeah. We have a bunch of projects in the works. I did have a few ideas on what was going to go on Power Tour for next year, but now that this is here, the Power Tour sticker would look really good across the front windshield. So let us know. Let us know. Alright, so we made it to our special venue. We are here at Harbor Freight, where this is the first time I saw this truck 2 years ago while me and Jake were on our way down to Memphis, Tennessee for the first day of Hot Rod Power Tour. So this is the first time I saw the truck, and it's also where we met John 2 years ago in this parking lot with this truck and my truck. It seemed fitting that we'd come back and, you know, have the old girl in the parking lot, you know, kind of like a first date thing, you know, like we're getting married now, we had a date before, and now it's kind of like, hey, remember that first date? So, but ever since that 2 years ago, been eyeing up the truck, and honestly being here with it now. I honestly fell in love with it when John sent me photos of it, but then when I first got here this morning and actually saw the truck, absolutely fell in love with it. So far so good. Drove about 30 miles or so. Let's go see if we can waste money in Harbor Freight to buy tools that we probably don't need, hopefully won't need. I don't know, let's go spend money, why not? Good news is nothing's broken, but we got the free bucket. And, you know, not so free square body, but gotta love it, right, gentlemen? Oh. Yeah, dude, gotta love it. Sure, why not? It's the only thing we gotta fix. The old doors, there's no key for the locks yet, so we're gonna have to figure something out so we can actually lock this unit. But oh man, I am in love with this truck. John, once again, I know you're gonna watch this video. Thank you for selling me this absolute beauty. This thing is just awesome. Has a few little spots, but for the most part, like, look under the box and stuff, but bed rails, mint. This truck is absolutely beautiful. Like I said, few spots, few dents, you know, whatever, but this thing is an absolute unit. We got a little bit over on this side too, which, you know, all workable, fixable stuff. We'll have to do the rockers eventually on the driver's side, but cab corners, mint. Like even up on the inside, this thing's clean. Love this truck. She is gonna be very, very happy being a part of the Boneyard Revival fleet. I am stoked to have this. So far so good. I think we're probably, I don't know, I'd say like 30 or 40 miles in. It's smooth, super smooth. I think I am gonna want to check the front brakes out. It feels like there's something, maybe it's just me, but probably, like I said, once we get this home, I'm gonna fully go over everything, check ball joints, you know, wheel bearings, all that kind of good stuff. But man, so far so good, and this thing runs like a dream. I was kind of worried with the Turbo 400, and you know, I think we kind of we're talking that this thing probably has 411s on it, or 411s, 410s, or something like that for rear gearing. I think the key there is, you know, the tires that are on this are a bigger size tire, so maybe the bigger size tire is acting as like a gear reducer basically, and so instead of maybe acting like a 410 like it is, maybe it's acting like a 373. But you know, for a 3-speed rolling down the highway, don't have a tack, but if I were to guess, we're probably, you know, 22 to 2500 RPMs just by listening to the motor. She ain't working hard, I can tell you that, and this truck has no problem doing 70, 75. It's a great ride so far.
actually back in PA. If you're wondering what's wrong with my voice, I have no idea. Within the last hour, I lost my voice out of nowhere. So we stopped. I'm trying to think. The thing we did, we filled the truck up, which you guys saw that. We went 100 miles, checked the fuel mileage. The thing got 18 miles to the gallon. Then we hit the road again, got back into PA. I think we did 135, and it took a little over 10 gallons of fuel, which means fuel mileage dropped to 13 miles per hour, or 13 miles per gallon. But 13 miles per gallon for a crew cab, turbo 400 truck with what we're guessing with 410 gearing, it's actually really impressive. So we're really liking this throttle body injected 350 at the moment. And trust me, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of throttle body injection, but this thing's doing really, really good so far. So this is probably the first time you guys are seeing the interior. A little rough around the edges, but she'll clean up. I'm missing the dash pad right now because it was so cracked. John took it out of it. We'll probably end up either throwing it back in just temporarily, or we'll figure something out with another one. There's some other stuff messed up with the cluster too that we got to fix. The speedometer doesn't work, fuel gauge doesn't work. I don't think the oil pressure gauge works either, so John mounted one in down there that we've been using. But it's been running really good. You know, keeping 60 pounds of oil pressure, all that kind of stuff. So far, so good with the new addition to the Boneyard Revivals fleet. This does suck too. This does not have or the heater core went out on this, so John just ended up looping the hoses. It's getting freaking cold, and I don't know if that's part of the reason why I'm like starting to get all messed up, but we picked up some cough drops. Gonna suck on them for a while. Hopefully it kind of helps my voice out. But yeah, a few other little issues I think that we're gonna have to address is I think it's gonna need brake pads, at least on the driver's side, which if I'm there, I'm gonna do both sides. You can kind of hear when you get on the brakes hard to come to a complete stop. You can hear something like squealing or scraping. So the inside pad might be down or whatever. But you know, that's not a big deal. It's just trivial stuff. And then there is a little bit of a vibration in the driveline. And basically, I guess before John got the truck, someone put like an OBS rear end in this truck, and the pinion angle isn't pitched right. So basically that's what that vibration is. It's not a big deal. It's a little noticeable, but it's pretty good. So alrighty, we're here with the crew cab. In case you didn't notice, we made it home. This truck drove 350 miles flawlessly. Honestly, it was arguably one of the best trips I've ever had in one of these type of older vehicles. But she made it home. We have her parked next to the square body S10 Cutlass up there. It is so cool to have this thing in the driveway, and I'm absolutely stoked to have it. And we actually came up with a name for it. So John had custom plates on it, and if you can tell by looking, it says Hood RCH, which stands actually for Hoodrich. There used to be a lot of jokes going on when he had a few vehicles and whatever. It's like, oh, hey, you know, yeah, you have all these nice vehicles, how do you get them? And there was jokes of, oh, hey, you sell drugs and whatever. So he had a custom plate of Hoodrich made up as a joke. And I thought it was fitting to kind of carry on that. I know he also liked to call it the, what was it, the trailer park limo. I like that. But I think the Hoodrich crew cab just kind of rolls off the tongue. So I think that's what we're going to call this. We're going to call it the Hoodrich crew cab. So super excited to have it in the driveway. This thing is cool. I love this truck. It drives so damn good. And honestly, it's just one of those things, I can't get enough of it. And I feel bad because, like, she might be getting jealous because this truck's getting a lot of attention. But it's awesome. And it's so cool to have it here in the driveway. I'm happy we made it. I actually ended up getting really, really sick on the way back. I don't know. I pretty much lost my voice totally that night. Driving back. I don't know why. I just came down with something. I don't even know what it was. But it's a few days later. I'm starting to feel a little better now. But either way, we made it, and that's all that matters. This truck is so awesome. I love everything about it. We have a few other things to talk about, and yeah. What'd you think of the new unit, bud? What'd you think? You like it?
Wanted to actually go over a few other things that were really awesome. That why John threw these in, I don't know. John, if you're watching this, which you probably are, you are the most genuine, good-hearted, honest person in the world. Why you continue to give me more and more stuff for this truck, I don't know why, but I appreciate the heck out of it, because some of this stuff for this truck, I'm telling you guys, it is so wicked. The first thing that I want to go over that it gave us for this truck, which is going to help with the vibe immensely. We do have a vibe that we're going with for this truck. Between myself, my dad, Jason, and John BSing when we went down to pick this up from John's, we kind of got an image in our heads of what we want for this truck, and this is going to be one of the key pieces. In case you guys don't know what this is an old school bug guard / bug deflector, whatever you want to call it. John had one of these. It was given to him, I guess, when he got this truck, had it, and we were talking about it, and he mentioned that he had this, and we started talking about it, and it was one of those things, like, I kind of started looking at the truck, and I'm like, man, the vibe of the truck is not complete the way it currently sits. I really want to go for that 80s old school, you know, retro square body look. And we got talking about these bug guards, and he mentioned that he had it at first, but then he looked at me and said, but I can't let that go. And then about 10 minutes later, he runs in the house, comes out with this, hands this to me, and I'm just standing there with my mouth open, because it is so hard to get one of these nowadays. And the fact that he was willing to throw it into the truck because he felt in his heart that it belonged with the truck, again, says a lot of how much this truck meant to him and how much this truck means to us. But let's go show you what else John gave us for this unit. So in case you didn't see it sitting over here in the corner, out of the corner of your eye, John also threw in the cow catcher. Which, again, this is another thing where we got, you know, talking about, you know, just some accessories and stuff for these trucks. John goes, hold up, wait a minute, walks over, and there's, you know, just a bunch of leaves and branches and stuff. And he's like, I got something hidden underneath all these branches and brush and stuff. And he pulls this thing, out of nowhere and just goes, yeah, here, put this in the truck. And, well, you know, there's no way I cannot put it on the truck now. But again, just another testament, John. I can't say it enough, but I don't know why you decided to give us all this stuff when stuff like this really is hard to come by nowadays. Well, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. I just want to give a few more shout outs and a few thank yous. First one, John, I know I've probably thanked you about 60,000 times in this video. I'm going to do it one more time, but again, thank you. Your generosity, your hospitality, your kindness. You're one of the most genuine human beings on planet Earth. They don't make them like that no more. And I want to say thank you, not only for thinking of me, but also for giving me an amazing deal on the truck, and you know, throwing in all the extra stuff that you did. You didn't have to do that, and I appreciate that you did. It ain't gonna go to waste. We're gonna make good use of all of it. So just want to say a special thank you to you. Also wanted to give a special thanks to my dad and Jason for going down with me. Again, one of those memories that you're gonna chalk up and be the ones that you tell your kids and grandkids about that time you ran down to Old Virginia to pick up a crew cab square body that they're currently riding in with the car seat in the middle 10-15 years later. So just one of those cool stories, and you know, one of those core memories that you get to make with family and friends that you know, when it comes back and get to look back on a memory like that, it means a lot to you. It also leads me to want to thank once again you guys, the viewers. You know, this stuff don't happen without you. I mean, yeah, I could go buy trucks and stuff and whatever, but
means way more to me to share this life and what we're doing with you than, you know, if I was just doing it by myself. It's always good to have a good group of people around you and, you know, good friends and people that support doing what you're doing. And I appreciate you all being here. And, you know, also on top of that, it also makes it a lot easier for me, because if you guys continue to view and like what we're doing here, it's easier for me to explain to my girlfriend when I'm on Marketplace looking at another vehicle and she goes, "You don't need another one, you got 10 in the driveway already." I get to go, "But babe, I have a business, I have to go buy this one." But no, seriously, getting back on track here, this is awesome. It means the world to me to be able to come out here and do this. And you know, it's one of those things. I grew up wrenching on stuff with my dad in the garage, and you know, grew up with around all these square bodies, and you know, my dad had a bunch of them when I was growing up. And remember, you know, when I was a kid, he built his 79 K10, and I always idolized that truck as a kid. And it's just so awesome to be able to come to an age and be fortunate enough to be able to continue carrying on that legacy. It means a lot to me, and it's awesome. Never thought I'd come to a point in my life where, you know, I owned not only a single cab, square body, but then a crew cab too. What's up? No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not. But no, seriously, I want to thank everybody for everything. And yeah, we'll be seeing this truck again. Yeah, I'll announce it. We will see you on Hot Rod Power Tour in 2024 with the Hood Ridge Crew Cab. With that being said, we got a lot of work to do on it. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel if you're not, because we got a lot of work to do to get this thing ready. But yeah, we'll catch you in the next video. Also, thank you for watching Boneyard Revivals. We'll see you next time.